Marchand post. You guys see that?
Well, of course I did. I love Marchand.
I always have this debate with I don't have the debate. Maybe it's in my own head, but when you're posting something to social media, like you don't really have to. The best captions come to you quick. You don't sit there and 20 minutes. What should I say about this? Or, dudes, you're like that. Dudes, what should this be? If you say it really quickly, you know it's going to be great.
Right.
If you got to think about it, not the best.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the Marchand post. I saw Bobby Orr, Marchand sitting there on the bench, looking at a practice in Boston. The banners hanging up. I just boom, 2 legends in Boston yesterday.
Simple.
Simple, clean, to the point. The reaction from people.
Not so simple.
Just the jealousy. I don't know what it was. 2 eras. Obviously, Marchand and Bobby Orr are 2 different eras, but people, you can't compare Bobby Orr to Brad Marchand, obviously.
And you weren't.
I wasn't. 2 different. Obviously, Bobby Orr had so much more impact on the game of hockey than Brad Marchand did, obviously. But Brad Marchand is going to be in the Hall of Fame, and Brad Marchand's jersey is going to be hanging at TD Garden in 10, 20 years. It will be retired. So I'm allowed to say a legend in Brad Marchand. I understand that people have a lot more, connection to Bobby Orr, especially the people on Facebook who might be in the older ages who got to watch him or their grandfather watched him, whatever it may be. But holy smokes, the people that got upset about that. And he's like, we're a Nova Scotia company. Brad Marchand's from Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say? Bobby Orr, the legend, and Brad Marchand, the rat,
The bum.
in Boston. Like, what do you want from me here?
That would be a great caption.
I'm out here just trying to do my best. How are you going to get mad at a guy for doing his best? He's trying. I say this all the time. How are you going to knock a guy for trying? I'm trying. Brad Marchand's not a legend. Oh, you are?
He definitely is. He is a legend.
Oh, you are?
Typing it. Oh, he's not a legend.
What have you done? Send me my
Come
power
on.
bill.
Anyways, I'm not going to let that ruin my day, but everyone relax. Take a breath. Everything's fine. Bobby Orr's a legend in his own right in a different category. Brad Marchand's a legend in his own right in a different category.
Exactly.
Okay, I got that off my chest. Do you want to add to anything?
There's a couple things to dissect quickly. First thing is the fact that people are even bitching about it says everything you need to know, because no one complains about a irrelevant player being posted, right? So there you go. The guy's a legend. And if you want to break it down, if he's not an NHL legend, he's a Nova Scotia legend. I don't give a shit if you hate him, you like him. You talk to any player coming up and you give them his story. That's something inspiring. It's something that you can go, okay, look, maybe a guy like me, I thought I couldn't do this, but now you get to look at this. It's a Nova Scotia legend. His number's going to be retired in minor hockey. His number will be retired with the Dartmouth Subways, and you can bank that, as well as in the NHL. So yes, he is a legend, and it's Bobby Orr. And then the second thing is that, with all that being said, we do appreciate you commenting and bitching on it, but
that's kind of the whole point too.
Because you want the interaction still, like you still have fans and stuff out
controversy
there, right?
creates cash.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe Brad isn't a legend, so keep commenting.
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
So, I appreciate that.
Next, you're gonna be posting anyone. This guy's a legend.
I know. That's what any photo. This guy's a legend.
Oh yeah, so that should make you feel a little bit better, right? But I do agree, because I love Marchand, and obviously if you know me, you know that that's my style of play, and that's why I love him. But it's the optics from the player standpoint here in minor hockey, where you can, it's like they always say this in the female game, and it's so right. If you can see it, you can be it. It's one of the most cliche lines, but if you can like relate to something or just see it, you go, okay, well, that is attainable. I can do this. You know what I mean? So for him to be able to do that for a place like Nova Scotia, I know Sid did it before him, but you still need the players to keep coming through. If a one-shot deal is not going to paint a picture for anybody, right? It's just like, oh, he's a random talent.
And another thing I will say about the Boston Bruins organization, they're not giving that C to anyone. Zdeno Chara, Patrice Bergeron,
You know those names?
Brad Marchand. Those 2 names before Brad aren't legends, aren't going to go down as some of the best hockey players to ever lace them up. The Boston Bruins aren't just giving a C to a guy that he has an okay presence in the room. He talks to the media average, he the way he conducts himself outside of the rink is okay. No. The Boston Bruins are an original 6 franchise. That C is like gold. You're not giving that to someone who has not deserved it on every level. He's deserved it when he comes to playing on the ice, for sure. We've all seen it. Overtime goals, steps up in big moments, yada, yada. But you don't get that C just by being a great hockey player. You do not get that C just by being a good hockey player. You got to do a lot more outside of the rink. You got to do a lot more inside the room. You need to do a lot of things to get that C. And he's a legend, so stop.
Yeah, so right, man.
What do you want me?
That's such a good breakdown of the captain. Like, it's not about, this isn't Adam A where, you know, you're the best player on the team and you get, and I'm not shitting on Adam A. I'm just saying that's more or less how it goes, right?
The Boston Bruins.
Yeah, and by no means did they even have to give a captain out belly.
They didn't. That's the type of organization that would do that. They
That's
wouldn't
right.
just, okay, you're the C because we don't have a C. The Boston.
Especially he's on the later part of his career, right? That was kind of the debate at the beginning was, well, are they going to give it to a guy that's kind of on the back nine, they say? Or you just, like the Leafs did it. They didn't give a captain out until Tavares showed up. So there's no reason. And like you said, Boston, one of the most cherished organizations in the world, isn't just going to go, oh, yeah, he's a dickhead. Well, let's give him the C, though, because he does good things every now and then.
I also noticed how he speaks to the media. Very leaderishy. Just very talks with purpose rather than, I'm trying to get out of here because my wife's in the car, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like very just like when I think, because that's the whole reason Bobby Orr was there. It was like a Legends night and they retired their banner from,
Right.
It was something like that. And a media member asked Brad, like, how do you feel about this past 48 hours of having the alumni here and yada yada. And the way he answered was so professional, saying, yeah, it's important that we carry tradition here in Boston to have these legends here and to show them that this organization still carries through the lessons that were taught. It means the world to me. It means to the world. It means the world to the players that are here. Something like that. Just very mature and to the point. Just something that you can't teach overnight, especially to like national news. Like you can't give a rookie that question.
No,
you can't just give anyone on the team that question. You give Brad Marchand that question, you're going to get a detailed answer, and he knocked it out of the park. Anyway, so just to see those comments, like, calm down, buddy.
Also, how effective is he if he makes people at home hate him?
Yeah, well, that's the thing that
Yeah.
those people will never get that.
But they'll be the first person there at one of his autograph sessions, probably.
Yeah, 100%.